everyone. Today we're going to read from a book, but this is not a literature text. It's an informational text. Do you remember what an informational text means? It means that it's true things, real facts. You learn information about events, about history, animals, science, technology, lots of different things. Okay, so let's see what this book is about today. Wild creatures. It's about wild animals, which means not animals that live in homes, but animals that live out in the wild. Today we're going to read about one specific animal called the polar bear. So, this has many different text features. So many different things that help us better understand what we're reading about. One of the things that it has is called a heading, like a little small title at the top. So this one is Northern Giants. All about the polar bear. Okay, ready? Let's read. Amidst the ice floes of the Arctic Circle lives the polar bear, the king of the north. This bear reaches gigantic sizes and does so by eating meat. A skilled hunter, the polar bear has been known to attack beluga whales, jumping on their back, then riding them under the sea. So that was this part up here. Now we're going to move down to this little circle. Meat eaters. Polar bears live almost entirely on ringed seals. Other prey might include a walrus calf, a musk ox, fish, or a whale. During the brief Arctic summer, they move onto land and eat whatever plants, small mammals, birds, and bird eggs they can find. Okay, the next part is all about swimming, called dog paddling. Almost invisible on the white ice, the polar bear can stalk a resting seal, or by using its webbed paws to dog paddle toward its prey. It can dive underwater for as long as 2 minutes. Then it can launch itself as far as 8 feet into the air and land on the ice. Okay. This other heading is called Polar Pals. Instead of denning, male polar bears may stay active, hunting throughout the harsh winter. Sometimes they meet up with other polar bears and take time for a little fun. Play fighting is a way to develop their strength and hunting skills. So this is a picture of them play fighting right there. All right, now to this top area. Curious coat. Perfectly insulated, the polar bear has a thick layer of fat under its skin and more fur than any other bear. Fur on the soles of its paws help the bear grip ice. Surprisingly, polar bear fur is hollow. The hair collects light from the sun and channels the heat to the polar bear's black skin. Because the skin is black, it absorbs heat. snowy dens. A den is where a polar bear lives. In the fall, females start digging their winter dens in the snowbanks. Warm air gets trapped inside, and drifting snow covers the opening. In late December or early January, the female gives birth, usually to twins. All right, the next heading is Mom Knows Best. When the polar bear family breaks out of the den in March or April, the cubs weigh about 22 pounds and have thick fur coats. For nearly 2 years, they watch their mother closely, learning the hunting skills needed for survival. And then there's a baby right there. He's so cute. Okay, so this is an informational text, which means that there weren't any characters. There was no plot, no events, no beginning, middle, and end. This book didn't have that. So what did it have? Well, it had a main idea, which means what was it about? So what was this text about? It was about polar bears, right? And about how polar bears live, how they find their food, and how they live in the cold weather of the Arctic, right? That was our main idea of this text. Okay, so next we're going to read another informational book. And you can talk about how these two things are going to be similar and how they're going to be different from a polar bear. Okay? All right, see you later. Miss you. See you soon.